Are visualizations and visual meditations a form of mindfulness, and are they beneficial or not? That's the question that we've had in our Teach Mindfulness program. I want to share and explore my thoughts on this a bit more, and I'd love to hear yours. So first of all, mindfulness meditations, they tend to be focused on the present moment, awareness of our breath, of our body, and connecting with our senses, although they also include awareness of our thoughts and feelings. And so mindfulness can be just observing the thoughts that are arising in our mind, as well as observing the emotions that are arising. And then we've got some mindfulness practices such as loving kindness. And would that be classified as mindfulness or not? Because we're actually bringing imagery or visualization there, and we're sending or cultivating a sense of compassion and kindness. So when we talk about mindfulness, it's not always present moment experiences, first of all. Now, in terms of whether these visual meditations are valuable or not, I would refer to the research. When I was writing this book, Relaxation for Dummies, I was researching many different types of meditation, and one quite well-researched one was called guided imagery. And in this research, they encourage visual meditations, and I remember looking at some research where people were not well and they brought to mind images of their immune system being healed, and they found that it did accelerate healing for that group that did it. And then there were all sorts of other positive outcomes, like, for example, when sports people visualize lifting weights, their muscles get stronger, or if they visualize the basketball getting into the net, they become better at that. So it can improve or accelerate your learning. We know that from the research. And we also know it's best beneficial for us emotionally. So if you're a visual person and you find these visual meditations helpful, you need to observe for yourself whether it's helpful or not. I think, we can look at all the research and spend lots of time researching things, but each individual is different. So rather than thinking like, is this mindfulness or not, and then will it help me or not, try the different types of meditation, see which ones kind of resonate with you, and notice the effect, observe what effect they're having. And then you can actually go and look at some research if you're curious, and type visualize meditations in Google Scholar or other places if you like research and science, and see what other people have found and other experiences that have come up. So kind of to conclude, yes, mindfulness, traditionally was things like awareness of the breath and the body, sounds, thoughts and feelings, connecting with our senses. But then there is a visual element that's been brought in with this very ancient loving kindness meditation, for example, and these other compassion meditations. And lots of ancient meditations do bring up a lot of visualizations, and I know the ancient traditions sometimes had to visualize in very intricate detail images and strengthening the power of their visualization. And so there is research on the benefits of that. So in the way I share and teach mindfulness, I don't keep it so rigid to whether is it mindfulness or not, because I guess that's a word that us humans have made up, but more, is it helpful for you in your goals, in your values, in living the way you want to live, and applying it in that way. That's the way I think about it anyway. Be interested in your thoughts.